All right, let's dive right into this explainer and completely shatter the myth that you need some massive 2-hour luxury wellness routine to optimize your health. We are constantly sold this idea that peak performance requires endless free time, a super expensive gym membership, and a morning that starts at, 4 a.m.? But today, we're going to look at a completely different, highly efficient approach designed specifically for the busy professional.
You know that exhausting luxury routine everyone talks about? It demands time you simply do not have. But then there's the Salaryman strategy. If you're out there navigating crowded trains and dealing with intense corporate pressure, the secret isn't adding more exhausting tasks to your plate. Instead, it's about anchoring core longevity principles to the habits you already do every single day. It is literally the ultimate zero-friction approach to wellness.
So here is our roadmap for today. We'll cover the Salaryman strategy, the station walk workout, combini nutrition tactics, the caffeine delay, and finally, micro recovery and tracking. We're going to map all of this out chronologically to show you exactly how to seamlessly integrate these powerful hacks from the minute you wake up until you sit down at your desk. Okay, kicking things off with Section 1, the Salaryman strategy. Let's start with the overarching philosophy of this routine, which is all about operating with absolute zero friction. The absolute core philosophy is this. You just need to anchor core longevity principles to the habits you already do every single day. The brilliant takeaway here is that you don't have to fight your demanding lifestyle, and you definitely don't have to feel guilty that you don't have hours to spare for wellness. You just subtly upgrade the structure that is already there. It's really about working smarter, not harder, with a schedule you are already totally committed to. Moving that along to Section 2, the station walk workout. Now, I want you to imagine stepping out of your front door right now. Let's talk about your daily commute and the absolutely crucial role of morning light. 30 minutes, that is your magic window. The science is crystal clear on this. Getting natural sunlight exposure within the first 30 minutes of waking up fundamentally resets your circadian rhythm. And this does two incredible things. First, it rapidly boosts your daytime focus and alertness. And second, it actually starts a biological countdown timer for your body to initiate sleep later that night. You are quite literally setting up a great night of sleep the moment you step outside. So, how you handle your physical commute is crucial. Instead of staring down at your phone in the dark on your walk to the station, scrolling through emails you can't even answer yet, just keep your eyes up. Take in that natural light. And hey, if you're someone whose commute happens before the sun is even up, no worries. Just spend 15 minutes getting ready next to a 10,000 lux light therapy lamp. It completely mimics the sun and triggers that exact same biological benefit. Now, here is how this builds into an incredible physiological hack. You eat your breakfast, you walk briskly to the station, and boom, your muscles immediately start absorbing that blood glucose. Walking briskly right after you eat acts like a stealth workout. It forces your working muscles to pull glucose directly from your bloodstream, which completely flattens out those dangerous insulin spikes that would normally lead to massive energy crashes and long-term health issues. Your commute is now your medicine. And I've got an amazing low-effort hack to amplify this whole thing. If you just get off the train one station early, you effortlessly log an extra 10 to 15 minutes of critical Zone 2 aerobic exercise. No treadmill required, right? You just alter your route slightly. This steady-state cardio is essential for your cardiovascular health and endurance, and it's all integrated seamlessly right into your morning. All right, that brings us to Section 3, combini nutrition tactics. As you're walking, you might realize you need to grab breakfast on the go, which brings us to navigating the convenience store, or combini. Listen, your food choices totally dictate your morning. If you grab a sugar-heavy breakfast like sweet pastries or big white rice bowls, you're going to get a rapid blood sugar spike. The result? A massive crash right around 10 a.m., leaving you sluggish and struggling before your first big meeting. But if you use the Konabini strategy, focusing on proteins and fiber, you generate slow, sustained energy, making absolutely sure you are at peak focus when your workday actually demands it. The really great news is that any 7-Eleven, Lawson, or Family Mart is actually packed with incredible nutrition if you know exactly what to grab. You gotta bypass those baked goods and target high-quality proteins. Grab a jutsuke tamago, those amazing soft-boiled eggs, or a piece of grilled salmon. And for gut health, skip the sugary canned coffees. Pick up unsweetened plain yogurt, a packet of miso soup, or probiotic drinks. These specific items protect your gut microbiome and actively lower systemic inflammation. To truly supercharge this nutrition strategy, we have to talk about quantity. Have you heard of hara hachi bu? It's the traditional habit of eating until you are only 80% full.
Applying this rule ensures your body isn't wasting precious energy trying to digest a massive meal. When you eat until you're completely stuffed, your body diverts tons of blood and energy straight to your digestive tract, creating that terrible afternoon brain fog we all hate. Stopping at 80% full keeps you sharp, light, and focused. Moving right along to section 4, the caffeine delay. Okay, you've eaten smart, you've walked briskly to the office, and now you are probably craving that morning coffee, right? Well, timing your coffee is an absolute game changer for your daily energy. See, when you first wake up, your body naturally floods your system with cortisol to wake you up. If you drink coffee right at that exact moment, it actually builds your caffeine tolerance way faster and can trigger a bunch of morning anxiety because your system is already super stimulated. So skip the canned coffee at the train platform, wait until you get to the office, clear out those initial emails, and hold off until about 8:30 or 9 a.m. Having your first black coffee then, right when your natural cortisol starts to drop, gives you a perfectly clean, crash-free cognitive lift. Finally, let's head into section 5, micro-recovery and tracking. Let's look at how we can monitor all these little changes and actually inject some vital micro-recovery into a high-stress week.
To really grasp why recovery is so vital, we have to look at the sympathetic nervous system. That's your body's fight or flight response. And let's be real, the modern corporate grind with the endless emails and nonstop deadlines keeps this system permanently locked in the on position through constant, low-grade office stress. Over time, being stuck in this state slowly and silently erodes your long-term cardiovascular health. We absolutely have to break that cycle.
But to combat this, you don't need some expensive, trendy ice bath. You literally just need 30 to 60 seconds. Just turn your morning shower dial to cold for the final minute before you hop out. Yeah, it's gonna be a miserable 60 seconds for sure, but that brief, intense cold exposure causes a rapid adrenaline surge that immediately sharpens your focus, forces you to control your breathing, and builds massive, immediate mental resilience for the entire day ahead. Now, to prove these zero-friction habits are actually paying off, you need some data. Spend just 60 seconds every Sunday morning doing what we call stealth tracking. Just keep a blood pressure cuff at home, use a simple smart scale to check your weight and waist size, and log all that data on a free app. Monitoring this trend line yourself puts you in total control. It lets you catch negative, lifestyle-driven health shifts decades before they ever require medical intervention. So the huge takeaway we've uncovered throughout this explainer is that you absolutely do not need a radical life overhaul. You can actively and effectively protect your health just by repositioning the daily actions you are already taking. Let your commute, your convenience store runs, and your morning shower do all the heavy lifting for you. As you pack your bag and head out the door tomorrow morning, I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. If your commute is already saving your career, why not let it save your life? Start anchoring these habits tomorrow. Take back control of your health and do it without sacrificing your precious time. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.